The amount of time you spend in desperation on a topic that has plummeted you to 13th place in viewership ranking across America. I mean, more people watch Nick at Night cartoons than CNN.
I do want to start off with what Dan and others are reporting. The president has had 4 days now without an event on his public schedule. You've heard the reporting that there's a bunker mode in parts of the White House since the news of Donald Trump Jr. broke. I want you to be able to comment on that.
Oh, absolutely. It's laughable. Your Chiron talked about a crisis. Your reporter talked about a bunker mentality. I actually work in the West Wing. I work in the White House. It is absolutely nothing of the kind. I'm talking about the fact that you had a presidential candidate called Hillary Clinton running for the highest office in this country and the most powerful office in the world when her husband was getting $500,000 speaking fees from the Russian government. Not meetings with Russian nationals, $500,000 worth of payment from Russia.
Two wrongs don't make a right. So put Hillary Clinton.
No, that's illegal. That's pay for play. That's pay for play. When you are having meetings with individuals who are giving you money and your wife is in control of the sale of 20% of uranium. Can I finish? It's 20% of America's uranium to Russia. That's a story. Let's talk about that.
Was it a good idea for Don Jr. to meet with this Russian lawyer?
Was it a good idea for the DNC to send its operatives to the Ukrainian embassy? This story only has legs because the fake news industrial complex is obsessed. 9 months of accusations with zero evidence of anything illegal. On the contrary, the DNC sends its operative onto the soil of a foreign nation, to the embassy of the Ukraine, not to collect dirt, but to actually use it in a coordinated campaign with the foreign government. That's what CNN should be covering, but why aren't you? Would you like to talk about Mosul, or would you like to continue talking about nothing burger story when the Hillary campaign collects dirt on Bernie Sanders? What, is that unusual? There's a meeting that was wholly appropriate, but which led to nothing. Let's compare that to the DNC sending its people to the Ukrainian embassy to coordinate Oppo attacks against our candidate. I mean, if you want to see collusion, it's in the DNC.
And as to your claim about, Ukraine involvement with the DNC, which they deny, if that happened, that they should have called the FBI about it.
No, they actually initiated it. The DNC initiated it. That's where the real story is. When you actually go to another government to coordinate dirt on a political campaign. This isn't something we started.
What's funny, Mr. Gorka, is that they wanted the original agenda. They wanted the dirt.
Which is what political campaigns do, but we don't meet on the soil of foreign nations at their embassies to get opposition research. I mean, if you want to look at a real story, that's the story. Oh my gosh. If you want to look at a real story, the 126 leaks of national security importance in the first 125 days. I saw what you did yesterday with Kellyanne, 35 minutes on this one issue. Have you ever at CNN dedicated 35 minutes to the 126 leaks against this administration, 7 times the average of the leaks under the Obama administration, the Bush administration? Now that's a story worthy of CNN coverage.
We obviously cover lots of things along the spectrum.
But then why haven't you dedicated 10 minutes of another segment, which is meant to be about international relations, on that story instead of what you're doing now?
Our ratings are doing just fine. I mean, if you want to go there, 13, our ratings are doing just fine. But what ratings represent is that people are interested in this. And our ratings reflect that Americans are interested in.
I'm sad to see CNN fall to this. I know you want salacious, sensational coverage for your ratings, so your corporate sponsors and owners will have, more money. But that's not media. That's not reportage. It's just fake news.
Our ratings are just fine.
I know that there are people within the White House who leak information on a regular basis.
Well, that's impressive. You know more than we do inside the White House as to who's doing the leaking. Maybe you should talk to the authorities if you're in possession of felonious activity. You know why the president's description of a witch hunt is accurate? Because there never were witches.